The pandemic looms large over this election, but it's not keeping South Florida voters from the polls.
Some lines were long, but they kept moving. Plus, the machines are working, and in case there is any concern about a different kind of trouble, Miami police came out to assure all they're on the case. CBS 4's Ty Russell is live at Miami-Dade elections headquarters with more. Ty.
Lauren and Elliott, over the last hour or so, we have received new numbers, and we've learned Miami-Dade has seen a record turnout today compared to 4 years ago. In the meantime, Broward saw fewer voters today compared to 4 years ago, but the elections office is telling me don't think enthusiasm is not there. Vote by mail is still a very popular option. The second day of in-person early voting starts Tuesday morning at 7, and already more than 43,000 people have cast a ballot at a polling place in Miami-Dade. About 35,000 voted in person on day one of early voting 4 years ago.
I'm kind of happy about the line. I thought it'd be a lot worse. Maybe it will get worse as we get closer to the election date.
There was a steady line of people at the library in Coral Gables Monday. In Miami-Dade, voters can see wait times on the county's elections website. It may help, especially after some places had lines that went around buildings. Some voters in North Miami waited patiently in a long line as well to vote.
Some people, prefer the mail-in ballot, but I think it's just that serious of an election that if I can come in person, I did so.
There are 33 early voting sites countywide that also accept vote-by-mail ballots. Some voters have expressed concerns to leaders regarding the election. Law enforcement officers are making sure their presence is known. The city of Miami has officers in plain clothes and in uniform while on patrol. Miami Police Chief George Kalina hopes to ease concerns by telling people there are currently no credible threats countywide.
You're going to have the ability to go vote peacefully without being coerced or harassed in any fashion.
Officers in Miami have also canceled vacation and time off leading up to, during, and after the election.
It's soaking wet and I don't care.
In Broward, more than 28,000 people voted in person Monday. Many even stood out in the rain.
We're divided right now. There's a lot of division. We need to come together.
But 4 years ago, there was a higher turnout, more than 31,000 voters on day one. The office says vote by mail wasn't as popular then as it is today. Voters in Broward can also drop off mail-in ballots at any of the 22 early voting sites. And when it comes to some polling places in the county, there were small hiccups Monday.
The electronic system that signs you up to vote is not communicating with 3 machines at 3 polling places.
And voters at Pompano Beach's Civic Center complained about a small room being used for voting. Usually the large auditorium is used, so the city will switch up to a larger space Tuesday. And when it comes to early in-person voting, it is happening through Sunday, November the 1st. Keep in mind, bring your face mask, and poll workers will give you hand sanitizer. We are live in Doral tonight. I'm Ty Russell, CBS 4 News Tonight.